This is the thing that I like about YouTube. I can have the most retarded thoughts, put it up there, and people would be like, that's very interesting. I never thought about it like that before. Whereas the people in real life, if I talk to them, they'd be like, are you fucking high? I had a pretty tough time getting to sleep last night because I was thinking about a whole bunch of weird stuff. Like, for instance, you know how people are always saying that you don't choose to be gay, you're born gay? And I'm starting to think, that's probably true. And then, that kind of makes me think about medieval times. Were there people who were born gay in medieval times? There probably was, but they would have to pretend that they weren't, like they had to have children and all that.
But then there's the people who just talk like this all the time, and that's how they naturally sound.
What about those people? Would those people be considered gay in medieval times? Because, people back then weren't too smart, and they probably would just think, oh, he's got some weird deformity in his throat or something that's making him sound like that. But in reality, he's actually homosexual. And if they realized that just one person who sounds like that was gay, if they somehow found it out, would they burn everyone who sounded like that guy at the stake, who had that little gay lisp, I guess people call it? Shit, I'm surprised they didn't burn every woman at the stake. I'm surprised there's still women left. I'm surprised the human population is still alive. How come we haven't destroyed ourselves yet? People are so stupid. They burn women who supposedly practice witchcraft at the stake, and apparently 2 out of every 3 women were burned at the stake because they were practicing witchcraft. They obviously didn't realize, oh shit, we actually need women to repopulate. During the beginning of that whole witchcraft thing, they were probably just burning every single woman at the stake over and over and over, since men were in power back then. But probably about halfway through, they realized, yeah, we actually need women to repopulate with, so let's keep a few. And, so yeah, that's just my weird thought process about, whenever I think of something, present, I always go back to, mid-12th century and just wonder what people back then would do in this certain situation. Say for instance, terrorists. If they found a big group of terrorists back in those days, they would probably send every single working available soldier out there to kill them, just massacre them, eliminate them from, history, and then come back and be done with it in a month. And we've been over in Iraq for how long now? 5 years? I don't know, I lost count. Recently I've also been kind of thinking stuff up that people wouldn't normally do. I have a whole recording set up of stuff people wouldn't normally do. I'll give you an example of one. Punch dandruff. People can do it, it's just incredibly unlikely that people have done it. Have you ever punched dandruff? I don't think so. And going back to T2's thing, trying to find a clown getting slapped by a fish, that apparently doesn't exist either. And throwing lipstick at a poster, has anyone ever done that? So those are just unlikely actions. People wouldn't normally do those things, but I also kind of thought of a very, very long kind of scenario that wouldn't normally happen, but it could happen. Alright, let's see if I can explain this as best as I can. So we have a guy, let's call him Jim, because Jim is a funny name. D. Ray Morton. No, his name is Jim. And let's just say that in 2008, he gets into American Idol. He sees a rerun of the very first season of American Idol. And he sees that chick who won the first, Kelly Clarkson. He sees Kelly Clarkson, he's like, oh man, I better vote for her because she has to win. But he doesn't realize that that season of American Idol has been over for 7 years. But he votes anyway, and just by chance, he happens to vote for the number of the person who's in the current season of American Idol. And he votes for that person unknowingly, and he thought that he voted for the person in the first season. You get what I'm trying to say? It wasn't that clear, but hopefully you'll be able to make that out. They only give you 2 hours to vote a week, So it's very, very unlikely that he would unknowingly do that on the exact hour that the phone lines were open to vote. So yeah, that was just my weird thought process of the night. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Hopefully this wasn't too loud. I noticed it was pretty damn loud when I first started, but I don't know. This microphone needs to just die. I'll upload a picture of what this thing looks like so you can see what a piece of shit it actually is. Ugh, I need a new headset really bad. Alright, so I'll see you later. Oh, I didn't press stop yet. Bye.